Whoa, g'day guys. Alright, this is part 2 of the build. This is going to be our finish up. So, we'll show you a quick video of me welding this bull bar, which is all done. Now we're just going to do the final clean up. For the tray, we've got to mount our toolboxes, finish the tray floor, then we'll design our tailboard to suit these boxes, which is going to be pretty interesting, trying to make that work. Sliders are done and brushies, which will be getting painted today with the bull bar. Then yeah, this is the final steps to our build.
So we've just put the bull bar and the scrubbies on. Brennan's lovely paint job has left us with some lovely runs here, but
She'll buff out.
he'll figure it out later. We do have to still mount the license plate and the spotties at the moment, but don't want to scratch it, so we'll wait a little bit for that.
And the paint's a bit tacky.
So the scrubbies are on. They look great. Yesterday we mounted the rear toolboxes. They're all on and sitting pretty good. Now for the back of the tray, so we have to make the tailboard, but as Brennan says, I taped out and I didn't get tapered boxes, I got square boxes. So now we have to somehow make an angled tailboard that I want, but we have a box to cover first, so we'll see how that goes.
And we don't want a tailboard that hangs all the way down here either.
No, I want it like sitting pretty good there.
Cause even that's 200 mil just here, and that's
Way too long.
yeah, that's pushing it how big it needs to be. So we're going to Casey to build this part of the build, I reckon.
I can't weld.
Oh well, figure it out. It's not too hard.
No way. But yes, that's today's mission. So we'll see how we go.
So we just did the rear tailboard, what we did on the diagram we put down on the table. Came out pretty good. There's a couple little gaps, but should be right. You fill them with weld. Then we put this back piece in, followed the exact same curves and stuff. Then on the back we took out 5 mil to allow for a bead of weld. Then up here we kind of stuffed up. We didn't think about, we should have added that height in, but we can always add it and make it look pretty smick. So what we're up to now is a bit of 50 by 25. Do something a bit like pulleys tray, so we'll step it out a bit, then go across, a bit like a dovetail really. So gonna try and get that done today, then we'll sort that out a bit later. So that's the next step. All right, so we just finished our dovetail for the back of the car. We just did the exact same thing as we did with the tailboard, did a little template for it. So what we're gonna do tomorrow we'll make holes for the tail lights. Then the tailboard's nearly done. Then we'll put the floor on. Then it's the final steps. So what you would have just seen us cut this first sheet out. Then we pretty much did the exact same for the second sheet, but all we had to do is work out this little part for the dovetail. Then this morning we cut this little hole out for the reverse light, for that to sit flush now, which looks sick. So the tray's pretty much ready to get welded. With the tail lights, we're going to put like a little piece in here just to join it, give it a bit more so it's not so plain. Then yeah, we'll just start getting ready to weld. Alright, so now we're up to making this little design feature, I guess, for our tailboard, just to split it all up and pretty much just section off the trundle. So we just made this is slide straight in here, just like that. That will get welded, and when you come on the side angle, it just gives the tailboard a bit of a design since it's so square, just to try and give it a bit more. So we'll chuck our tail light in here. Then we'll make something come down on the angles and make it look good. Nearly fell off the seat. Oh yeah, we'll make the exact same thing for the opposite side, fully weld it all out. Then we'll mount our tail lights and we'll start designing something for them there. So Casey and I wrote up a list last night what needs to be done to get this car back on the road. There's a few things we need to get done, so hopefully we can get some weld on this whole tray this weekend. So finish tray mounts, finish the headboard. We need to put in some filler necks, both sides for water and fuel, which we got from Rotec Marine, which we're about to slap in right now. We'll put that in, put on a little 45-degree angle so the fuel actually goes in. We'll put some tray supports in on the floor. Since it's alley, you can't weld alley to mild steel, and so we don't want it to buckle when bikes and stuff go on. So that's what we're going to get done today, so the tray floor can come off and I can fully weld it. Right, so what you would have seen us do last is make these fit into our headboard. We didn't put them on a 45, I put them on a little slide angle. And now these slide in, pretty mint. We had to make a slight modification, which Casey will show you now. We had to box this out so we can actually get a hose fitting on, which doesn't look too bad from the outside. You won't notice it once it's powder coated black. But it's the only thing we could do, because you see some other trays are out there, you'll see the filler neck hoses and stuff coming out the headboard. We do want to see it. We don't care to see it from this angle, but we don't want to see it coming from the rear. So that's all done. We bolt up our headboard plate here as well. I put all my supports down for the tray. That's all bolted down now. So that can come off, go to powder coaters, and we'll chuck a bit of silicone underneath on the rails to stop the bit of the rattle. What we're up to next is mounting the canopy bolts. So I need to figure out how we're going to mount that canopy down without seeing the bolts to it. So we'll have a quick discussion and get it done. So we finished welding the tray. We just sanded everything. We just had a bit of body filler in the parts where we wanted to, just to neaten it up. something that we wanted to do, making it a bit nicer. So now we're gonna get this tray up in our little paint booth we got upstairs, which is very dodgy. We've got 1200 from the bottom of the mount to the top of the headboard, and that's 1300. So we've got 100 mil to get it in the hole, which is alright. Now we're just gonna get a dodgy little forklift, see if she starts, chuck her up there, and see how she goes. She weighs half a ton, not literally, but pretty heavy for 2 people. So see how much we struggle.
Got her up.
Yeah, got her up. Now's the fun part. Try and get this onto the trestles. She's very heavy. So it's got some dodgy ratchet straps going to the little wire thing up there. So see what gives away first. The floor or that.
Not the tray.
No, not tray. Tray's not going anywhere. I welded it.
Yeah.
Bulletproof. Let's try and get these things up there. Maybe paint. See how we go. So I just sprayed the whole tray for what's going black. So what we're keeping black are these tray sliders, the V's here. We've got a little runner up there. You might have seen that in the videos. That's what we're going to use to tie our bikes down. Then just these little infill parts here for our tail lights, and obviously everything underneath's black. Then obviously our 100 by 50 tray sides and the headboard are all going to be the colour match to the car. So it's coming out pretty mint. Now we're just going to let that cure about a day before we start pulling it all off. Then we'll retape it and put the next colour on. So we've been very busy on this tray build. For the colours, we didn't tell anyone, we went for a colour match theme. So fingers crossed we matched it correctly to the car, even though the car's 23 years old and it's faded.
24.
Then we did all the pipe black and everything underneath black, including the trundle. Then,
and the tray floor as well.
Oh yeah, tray floor we went with a textured thing because it'll be more stronger and durable for Casey because she's a tradie. So that's coming in tomorrow from the powder coaters. Then also we've been busy on the back. Chucked a rear winch in it. Could we put a new front winch in it, so no point putting this to scratch because it still works. So I made up a little cradle for the back. That's definitely bolts in, not welded. And yeah, so we should be good. So now we're about to chuck the tray on, see what it looks like for the first time. Then also up in the paint booth, we've got our toolboxes getting painted right now. So you might be able to tell on camera that these are 2 different colours. So obviously we took a big risk. Same colour code and all that crap, but obviously that's aged paint. So we should have probably done the paint scan to get the correct aged colour, I guess. But we did the same colour on this visor at the beginning of the build, and that's matched to this colour, and that's been sitting in the sun. So fingers crossed if this gets a bit of sun in it, it's going to change a bit. It might, probably not, but at the end of the day, it still looks cool. But it is what it is now. I'm not going to respray it.
No.
So we took the tray outside, and the colour, when the sun's on it, it's pretty much bang on. Because this is a fresh colour, and this is 24 years old, it's not going to be perfect. But as soon as the sun's on it, it's beautiful. We chucked the toolboxes on, guards as well. We did the same thing, colour matched it, and the only black accents we got is this and the hoops and the rear tailboard. We wired up the rear tail lights as well with the reverse light bar as well. So all that's wired in. So all we're waiting for is to wait for paint to dry. Is our little number plate thing, and we're about to chuck the tray floor on. We plumbed up our filler next. This is what we thought was the best design and what would work with this tray. So we've got this PVC hose. It says it's food compatible or some bullcrap from Bunnings, but if you look at the fine details, it actually can run petrol through them. So that's a good tip for you guys to check out for. We've got a 38 mil elbow run straight down to another 38 elbow that runs straight down to our sub tank. So that's how we plumbed up our fuel neck for the sub tank. So yeah, and the snorkel, we got stuffed around a little bit from the powder coater. So we ended up just spraying it black because we don't have time to get it powder coated. So that's dry and they'll go on tomorrow for the reveal. Alright, as you guys can see, the car's finally complete. Got the snorkel on that we painted last night. All the bull bars finished. Just need to wire up fog lights, sliders, brushes are all done. Toolboxes are on. Fill neck's all plumbed up with our stainless tube. These are all bolted on. Got our work boots in there.
I forgot about that.
Guards, mud flaps. We bolted on a tray this morning. So that's all bolted down. Got a bit of silicone underneath to stop the rattles. Headboard's all 100%. Reverse light, everything's done. Got a trundle here. 1.7 meters long. Plenty of storage for all the tools. So let us know down in the comments what you guys like to see us do next. Like, would you like us to do a coil 4-link rear in this, turbo it, bit of patrol stuff, or us getting out and using this as we already have? You probably see a bit of dirt on it. We already took it for a little 4B. Couldn't help ourselves, so let us know. And also we're going to be putting the canopy on later on, but this is just a raw product. So yeah.